All right, for those of you that have come back, thank you again. Sorry about that. That first video seemed very shaky. Hi Zulma, yeah, I'm on Market Street right now. I want to thank you for joining the live stream. We're going to hang out for a little while here in Paterson. And the image was a little bit blurry there in the beginning. So this is the third live stream that we're doing here in Pride in Paterson. I'm gonna stop here for a second. I want to zoom in a little bit more to get this thing here out of the way, because nobody wants to see that, right? You want to see Paterson. You don't want to see the brackets or the holders. It's a beautiful day to show Paterson, New Jersey. For those of you who are no longer in Paterson, you can vicariously hang out with us here with the group. I don't know how long I'm going to be live streaming, but I wanted to share this with our Pride in Paterson community. So we are on Madison Avenue right now. And I want to try to drive through areas that I've not driven through in our last two live streams. The first live stream, we had a lot of snow. I remember that. The second live stream we did, it was in the morning. So a lot of folks were either going to work or were already at work. So we're going to come up Madison Avenue for a while. So yeah, this live streaming is something that's relatively new. And for those of you who are on the Pride in Paterson Facebook page, and I recommend that you go over and join the Pride in Paterson group page, because if I'm not mistaken, I don't think friends can request me on the Pride in Paterson basic Facebook page. I believe that's at about 5,000, so it can't accept any more. However, you can always go over to the group page that we have and ask to join. Just answer a couple questions and you can join that group page. And this way you don't miss out on any of the Pride in Paterson activities as we go past. Police officer going on the other direction, Unit 552. And yeah, we do back the police. We do back the blue. We know there's a lot of critics of the police department, but the majority of those folks are hardworking individuals who do, believe it or not, want to make a difference in the city. Of course, you're going to hear about the few that act up and go into, you know, they're on the news. And we don't want to demonize the entire group for the actions of a few. That happens a lot, where a few people do horrendous things and the whole other group is now demonized. So here we are on Madison Avenue. I want to thank you guys for joining me. We have 24 viewers now joining us. I also want to encourage you guys to subscribe to the Freddie Cardona YouTube page. That's where the Pride in Paterson playlist exists. So if Facebook ever goes down for whatever reason, Facebook and Apple have a problem, and all of a sudden, for those of you guys that have an iPhone, you no longer have access to Facebook, you will always have access to the Pride in Paterson YouTube videos. So that's something to think about for those of you who have not yet subscribed to the Freddie Cardona YouTube page, as we are here on Madison Avenue and 9th Avenue in Paterson, New Jersey. It's a really beautiful day. to do this live stream. What bus comes up this way? Let's see. That's something I always like to let you guys know. I like to let you guys know what bus service is servicing any particular street. And see, do I fit through here without hitting anyone? That's the 746 to Ridgewood and the 748 to Patterson. So there you have it. You can take any of those buses. We're on 8th Avenue, on the corner of 8th Ave and 22nd Ave. We just went across. I didn't see the street sign to that. That's East 25th and 8th. Let's make a left on East 25th. So our Pride in Paterson group page has grown. We have about, let's see if I can check that. I don't want to give out the wrong numbers. Let's check that out here while we're at a stop sign. So let's see, Pride in Paterson. We're at about 2,900 members right now as we sit here on 7th and East 25th. Taking you guys on a tour of Paterson, New Jersey. I probably will be streaming for about maybe 45 minutes, I want to say, as I show you around. All right, Zulma, let's see. You want a large coffee, 4 sugars, and a bagel with cream cheese. That actually sounds good. Raquel, I am going to watch the potholes. So right now I don't see many. Sometimes it's that bad feeling when you're driving and you, for that split second, you see that pothole that you're not going to be able to miss, right? And all of a sudden, boom, 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 there goes your rims. But for the most part, we will avoid the potholes as we come across East 18th Street and 7th Avenue. And you guys are familiar with this. Here it is, Patsy's Tavern. Right there, Patsy's Tavern. Let me see if I could position myself a little bit better so that you guys can see this. That's Patsy's Tavern. That's an iconic location here in Paterson, New Jersey. A lot of ex-Pattersonians have told me about that place. I'm going to try to, ouch, that was one. I'm going to try to read the comments. It's going to be a little tough, I think, when I'm driving. We do not want to get into an accident. So let's see, when crossing the next intersection, move a little to the left. 21st Avenue was the place to be. I really wish, and the thing is too, now with the sun glare, the screen is a little bit tough to read. But I will try my best. Riverside. Lived there for many years. That's Jennifer. Riverside. So we're just randomly going down some streets here. I'll let you know what intersection I am in. Again, I like to show these live streams because there's this prevailing thought that Paterson, New Jersey is this dangerous, unlivable, deadly city. And it really isn't. I mean, you have some neighborhoods where there's some gangs and there's some shootings and there's some crime. But that's in every big city in this country. No big city is immune to what occurs here in Paterson, but yet no one is ashamed to say they're from those other cities, like St. Paul, Minnesota. I was watching Live on Patrol the other night. The sheriff actually live streams his patrols, and there's a lot of shootings, a lot of carjackings, and no one is ashamed to be from St. Paul, Minnesota, even though they have crime, they have gangs, they have prostitution. Let me make a right here because it's almost difficult. I just went past Torpedo Base, another iconic place. Let's see here. You should have someone so they can, yeah, so you can read the comments. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'll probably start bringing Mrs. Cardona with me. As we head over to Rosa Parks Boulevard. Let's make a right-hand turn on Rosa Parks Boulevard. We're here in I believe this is the 4th ward, where many critics say is the worst neighborhood, the most dangerous neighborhood in the city. And what you see are folks going to and from their houses. Oh my gosh, that's been there for years. Yes, Francis, yes, definitely. Have to be proud of your hometown. In this case, right, it's Paterson. Let's make a right-hand turn here in the 4th, hanging out in the 4th ward. Is that a food truck? I'm getting hungry. No, I don't think so. School number 10 is right here on the right-hand side. School number 10. We're going underneath the train trestle here, heading to River Street. But I want to stay on some of the local streets. Here we have some garbage. We're going to make a left on Lafayette Avenue. So we have a red light, do we? Yep. I was going to try to go past that yellow light, but I know sometimes that's frowned upon by law enforcement, so we're not going to do that. It would not be smart to get a ticket. Hi, Zulma. Yeah, no, I haven't gone up that way. I want to kind of stick to this area for a while. But if we have time, we'll probably go up to the west side. I did a lot of the west side in, I think, live stream number 2, if I'm not mistaken. I was up by the Brownstone, Union Ave, up that way. We're here on Lafayette, on the corner of Lafayette Street. Governor Street is rough too. Yeah, there's some rough neighborhoods for sure. But when we say rough, do we mean rough times 10? Rough times 20? Rough times 5? Because if I drive through Governor Street now, how bad would it be? It's the middle of the day. And here's the thing, a lot of folks will criticize, well, drive through there at night, right? And it's a whole different story. Well, heck, you can say that about any place. Let's talk about Central Park in New York. Central Park. You go there during the day, it's beautiful. You go there at night, now you have muggings and rapes, right? So, but no one's gonna say, oh, Central Park is horrible. No, people love Central Park. So the same thing. You can come anywhere in this area, 4th Ward, regardless of the bad neighborhood. You drive through, you're fine. Everything's good. Nothing's going to happen to you. At night, of course, it's a different story. You might get mugged. You can get mugged in Central Park in New York City. You can get mugged in front of the Empire State Building in New York City. So that's not something that's going to make me hate my hometown. Let's see if we can get to Governor. Now I want to drive on Governor to show you guys. Be brave, folks. Be brave. And join me. Yeah, I believe someone made that comment to me once. Oh, it's easy. Drive around in the day. Drive around that night. It's a whole different story. I bet you won't come out alive. So like I said before, that's going to happen anywhere, actually. So let's see. Where's Governor? Is that to our right or to our left? I think it's to our right. It's embarrassing that I don't know my own hometown's geography. I believe it's to the right. This is 18th. Is this 10th or 11th, I believe? Yeah, that's right, Zulma. You can get mugged anywhere, actually. I mean, we're talking big cities, right? We're not talking like Fairlawn. We're not talking Upper Saddle River, Wayne, New Jersey. Yeah, we're not talking about those streets. We're talking about big cities, which Paterson is a big city. You could never compare Paterson with Little Falls, with Fairlawn, with Wayne, New Jersey. You can't, because those are not big cities. This is a big city. So if you're going to talk about big cities, and you talk about big cities all over the country, St. Louis, San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, you know, all these big cities, you're not going to want to drive around at night in some places or walk around at night. Hey, Michael, yes, nice weather up here. We are on East 18th Street right now, heading to Governor Street, which is deemed a rough and dangerous area. As soon as this red light turns green. We have 33 viewers so far, and I want to thank you guys for spending some time here with me. We know that time, as I go past Godwin Avenue, time is very limited for many people. There's not enough of it. Hamilton Ave. Was I mistaken? I thought Governor Street was this way. Here's Fair Street. Well, that's a very poor job by me. Well, let's show you guys Broadway. I'm trying not to put my Maps app on because that is embarrassment. That is an embarrassment for someone who has a Pride in Paterson channel, to have to go to Maps to find Governor Street. Here's our hard-working DPW, keeping our streets clean for the most part. We know those guys get criticized a lot. It almost seems like I'm always on Broadway when I do a live stream. Thank you, Kenrick. I appreciate that. All right, let's see here. We got Hamilton, Godwin, 12th Ave, and Governor. So it's right past 12th Avenue. I got to remember that. We're going to make a right on Carroll Street. We're sticking in the 4th Ward today. Does anyone know who the council person is for the 4th Ward? We're going past School 6. All right, here we go. I got maps up so I'll know where we're going. We're going past Hamilton Avenue. Or here's another stereotype, guys. This is in the movies. Anytime you're watching a scene in the movies of a bad area, you always hear sirens in the background, right? You always hear the sirens in the background. And I'm saying this now because I see a police lights up ahead as we get to 12th Avenue. And of course, you're going to get your critics. Oh, see, there's police. There's police. Look, it's dangerous. Well, if you go to Manhattan in New York, when you're doing the tourist thing, you're going to see NYPD out there too, doing things. As we go past 12th Avenue. And we got a Meals on Wheels in front of us. Does joggers, cabs still run there? I'm not sure. No, Michael, it's not Vera Ames. I think she's retired. So wait, am I on Godwin? This is Governor. So we're going to make a left on Governor. Man, I wish I would have picked up Governor more down by East 18th Street. So this is Governor. Is it the best of the best neighborhoods? No, it's not. But is it the worst of the worst neighborhoods? Some people will say yes. And some people will say it's a rough neighborhood. And some people will say it's unsafe. But I don't see anything unsafe other than a truck like stopped in front of me here. With the post office here doing his deliveries or her deliveries. Let me see. I think I could come around. Can I? Can I make it? Let me see. Nah, let me wait. Last thing we need is an accident. I think I can make it. Let me see. Yeah. I'm gonna try. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. All right, I did it. Woohoo! Made it. So yeah, this is Governor. Let me see. I'm enjoying the ride. I lived on Pacific. Yes, good day. Awesome. So that was Governor. Let me just check something here. Hold on one second. Just want to check my messages here. Okay. So we're back on Straight Street. I lived up by Eastside Park, Chef Jim. The potholes not safe, Rhonda. Yeah, I'm trying to navigate around the potholes as I make a right here on Straight Street. And I'm just checking something here. We are on Harrison Street. And is that a dead end up there? I think it is. If it's not, I'm going to cut through. Doesn't look like it's a dead end, or it might be a parking lot. Yep, it's a parking lot. We just have someone throwing away their garbage. Let's see, can I come through here? Nope, it's a dead end. All right, let's go around. He's a gentleman cleaning his area. Making sure his area is nice and clean. See, that's the stuff people won't talk about. How the residents do clean up after themselves. But you don't see that because there's no one live streaming in these neighborhoods that are showing you that they are cleaning up after themselves. And like I mentioned in the YouTube video, a lot of times dumping, especially when you're on a road that it borders a major highway, like the Stony Road section borders Route 80, and there's a lot of garbage that, let me make a right-hand turn here. There's a lot of littering that happens from Route 80, and then what happens is when the wind catches that and the rain, it drains down the hill there, all that garbage comes down, and they come down and they're in the streets, in the Patterson streets. Freddie, can you pop to Butler Street, please? And it's a product of good parenting. Butler Street. Where the heck is Butler Street from where I am? I'm on Lawrence Street and Mercer right now, by the way. Let me fix the camera a little bit. It looks a little bit sideways. Barber Park, I believe, is to the left. Is that Barber Park? We're here on Rosa Parks Boulevard and Lawrence Street. Let me see something. We got Carroll, Summer, Ellison, Fair, Godwin, 12th, Harrison, Tyler, Street, Summer, Lafayette, Franklin, Mercer, Keene, East 16th. Let me just check. Alright, let's head on down Rosa Parks. I think we've been down this way already, but we're gonna come down some more. That was my son. He just sent me a message. We're going to watch the Mets game tonight. We're avid Mets fans. And the first game of the season is going to be tonight. I believe it's against the Phillies at PNC Bank. So I'm going to be headed. I got to run some errands when I'm done with the live stream. And I'm going to, once I'm done with that, take care of a few extra things. I'm gonna head over to my son's house. He is a humongous, I made him a humongous Mets fan, much to my chagrin. Poor kid is suffering through a lot of bad years, but he sticks with them. He really does. He sticks with the Mets, and he lives and dies by that team. And I'm headed up that way to check out the game tonight. Can't wait. See my granddaughters. Where am I? All right, let's make that left on Lion. In like a lion, out. What is that, May? In like, out like a lion. All right, never mind. Had a huge fire on Butler Street. So a lot of folks will consider this neighborhood the worst neighborhoods in Paterson, unsafe, but I submit to you the evidence. How unsafe is it? As we make a right on River. Right on River. River Street, this is a big section for a lot of Pattersonians. Out like a lamb. Oh, there it is. Yeah, in like a lion, or in like a lion, out like a lamb. Or out like a lion, in like a lamb. I'm all twisted with my sayings as we go past Our Lady of Lourdes Church. So yeah, I'm excited to watch the game tonight. Can't wait. We were supposed to watch the home opener on Friday, and then that didn't happen. Which worked out because I had some things I had to do also on Friday. Obviously, I'd rather watch a Mets game than do errands, right? Everyone hates errands, food shopping, laundry. I would much rather be watching. Michael, that was your church. Oh, cool. I would much rather be watching a Mets game as we are on River Street. So what buses will go here? Let's stop and check. That would be 704 to Paterson. Let me get out of the way because this guy wants to get out of the way. So here we are on Butler Street, I believe it is. Let me turn off my hazard lights. Or we're crossing Butler right now. Let's make a left here without getting killed. Children with autism in the area have to be very careful. That's the passion of Mrs. Cardona. She's heavily involved with the education in the autism program. Oh, turn right. I turned left. Sorry, folks, whoever lives here. Sorry to use your driveway, but it's needed. So we're on Butler Street here. I gotta admit, not too familiar with this area. The roads are a little tight, just a little. As we have an Optimum worker. It really is a beautiful day for a live stream as we have 25 folks with us here today. So we've been live streaming for about half an hour now, and it's around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll probably go for a little while longer. I do have a lot of stuff to do today as I am off. So that's a one way, and I cannot go right. I can't go straight or left, so I'm stuck making a right. And we have the Haynes Deli and Pupuseria here on 459 River Street. The sign says they're open, but the fence says it's closed. Oop, sorry. I should have waited for that huge car to go first. And like any true New Jerseyan, he gave me a long honk. Beep! That's the sign that you're in New Jersey. And a true New Jerseyan, only a true New Jerseyan would do that. And he was right. I actually did go into the intersection, and I should have let him go first. All Patterson side roads are tight. Yeah, they are. Actually, a lot of side roads all over, not just Patterson. A lot of side roads are. All right, this will probably be the last street I drive on in the fourth ward. Yeah, Jim, Patterson roads, some do suck, but I'm on a road right now. Does this road suck? It looks smooth, right? It's not tight. There's no potholes. So Some Patterson roads suck, but you can't say all Patterson roads suck, Jen. This one looks pretty good. And a lot of the other roads I've driven on in Paterson are pretty good too. There's no suckiness to them at all. Oh, you're very welcome, Mike. I was in the area, right? No harm, no foul. It's my pleasure, man. Anytime. All right, Rosa Parks. I've been on this road now for a minute. So far, so good. Look, you got a dad with his kids. You got a guy doing his jogging or his power walking with his water bottle. All right, guys. So we're back in. I apologize about the interruption. So the phone that I was using for the live stream got really hot and it turned off. And I'm just situating this phone so that you guys can see what's in front. Thank you guys again. I appreciate you guys coming back. The phone got really hot there. It is warm. I got to figure something else to do for live streaming that does not involve the phone sitting on the hot dashboard as I'm doing the live stream. But we're here on Rosa Parks Boulevard, and I was talking about this misconception that the bad neighborhoods in Paterson, New Jersey are so unsafe that you will end up dead if you go into those neighborhoods. And I'm showing you guys that that's just not accurate, as I have been in the 4th Ward the entire 30 minutes of the previous live stream. So I do have to can continue live streams without the interruption of my phone turning off. It's hard for me to see the screen. Right now, I'm on Van Houten. I have a really light t-shirt, so it reflects off the screen on the phone. But I'm on Van Houten right now. So we got 16 members back. Again, I wanted to thank you guys for returning to the live stream. So my phone that I was using is still not allowing me to go into any of the apps. Once it cools down, so we're going past Carroll Street. No, I'm not near Passaic. I'm actually right dab smack in the middle of Paterson. Right in the inner city that many people say is unsafe, especially non-Pattersonians. I had a guy comment that there was a killing on Riverside every day. And I mentioned to him, if that were true, I think this was at the end of March, I'd said if that were true, if that were a true statement, there would have been 57 shootings already this year and 356 shootings last year. And I believe there were 18 shootings or 28 shootings all of last year, all over the city, and 17 shootings this year. And I even told him, even one shooting is not good. But it's definitely not a shooting every day that he exaggerated. And that happens a lot. If you guys notice, that happens a lot. Paterson gets exaggerated a lot. People exaggerate to make Paterson look worse than it really is. It's like an agenda to make Paterson look horrible. I had a guy on the Pride in Paterson group page say that Eastside High School was a jungle because you had to fight there every day and you had to pay to use the toilets. And that was such an exaggeration because everybody I've asked that's been to Eastside High School, not one person ever mentioned or remembered ever having to pay to use the bathroom. And then I told the guy, you know, you had to fight every day? And I said, wow, 10 months, 4 years, that's a lot of fights. So you have to question the agenda of the person saying, I had to fight there every day. So that means you had, let's see, 10 months. How many days in the school year? And then you multiply that by 4. And he's saying that he had a fight every single day. And that's just what I and that's why I say that everyone always exaggerates. The other one, who was it? Someone said there's a shooting every day, a shooting every single day in Paterson, New Jersey. But it happens a lot. They get a lot of exaggerations. And also with the movie Lean On Me. That movie was a great movie, by the way. I love that movie. And Joe Clark was an amazing principal. But in the beginning of that movie, you'd think that a bomb exploded on top of the school. And it was never like that at all. There was never any graffiti on the lockers. I mean, there might have been some in the bathrooms. But tell me, what bathrooms don't have graffiti? So yeah, there's always an exaggeration when it comes to Paterson. Someone also made the comment that every time he stops at a stop sign, he gets shot at. I mean, come on. Every time he stops at a stop sign in Paterson, he gets shot at. And I've stopped in how many stop signs? That guy must have the worst luck in the world if he gets shot at every stop sign. There's something about him that makes Pattersonians want to shoot him. Because here I am at a stop sign. There's a car in front of me at a stop sign. He didn't get shot at. I'm stopping at a stop sign. That minivan stopped at a stop sign here on the right. He didn't get shot at. So yeah, it's an exaggeration. Let's go back to saying we know that Paterson is not the land of milk and honey, but it's also not as bad and horrible as some people make it out to be. So for a treat, we're going to end the live stream. We're going to take you with me to the falls, to the Patterson Great Falls, and take a look around before we conclude the live stream. I want to thank you guys for coming back, by the way. Mary, I've been gone since I was 21 years old. I'm 75 now. God bless you. So much has changed, even here in Milwaukee. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, a lot of neighborhoods have changed through the decades. As we just went past Main Street in downtown. So for those of you that have stuck with me, I got a little treat for you. We're going to go to the Patterson Falls and check that out. Not that this red light is going to let me. I'm still here in Paterson on Beach Street. All right, Maria, you're on Beach Street. Hi, Maria. Paterson era un campo, ya está Arsenio then. So we're getting ready to go past the Salvation Army on the right. And we have the park, the Memorial Park here on the left, which houses the Costello Memorial. A lot of people call that the Costello Memorial Park, but it's not. It's a different name, but it has the Costello Memorial on there. So it's around 2:20. We're going to check out the falls, and then I gotta head on out. Gotta run some errands before I head on out to my son's house tonight. Let's go Mets. We're gonna check out the Mets game. I said this in the previous live stream that we are humongous Met fans. Johnny Haynes. Is there a no right turn on red? Nope, there isn't. I can go this way. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed when the live stream cut out on you guys. I am really sorry about that. I guess in this weather, when you're putting the phone up in a dashboard, that's bound to happen. Let me get my mask on just in case we come across. Want to be irresponsible. So we're going to show you guys the falls. Yeah, I love the Great Falls Festival too, James. Check that out. The weight of the world is love. Welcomes you. Hello, Freddie. So you got folks enjoying the park. Got photographers enjoying the park. This is something that most big cities do not have. It's our little treasure here in Paterson. You got a guy fishing down there. For those of you who see, if you see that guy over there fishing, for those of you that have seen my videos know that I did a video that goes from up there down a trail down to there. So you see, folks, you didn't know you were going to visit the Patterson Great Falls today, even though it is virtual. Right, so let's go up that way. Up that way. We'll have you guys join me. Yeah, if you guys remember the tightrope walk during the Falls Festival. Man, it's so hard to see the screen. How do those people get down there? I think there's a walkway over there. And they come down. And it comes around that way. The old SUM building right there. The birthplace of the Industrial Revolution in the United States. If it wasn't for these buildings here, our industrial revolution would have taken longer to begin. But they used the power of the falls to actually run the mills. That's why we're called the Silk City. So 1791 to 1914, that's when this building was in operation. So from that section, you can head over to this part of the park. Sorry that it's so shaky. Yeah, Ryan, it's really clean in this area. If you guys remember the Sopranos episode where they threw a drug dealer off the bridge here. Hey, Freddie. Speaking of police sirens, this used to be the old bridge, I believe. Oh no, that's the bridge for the pipe. I'm sorry if it's a little windy. I really need to get a gimbal so that it won't shake as much. Yeah, James, you're right. It is beautiful winter. It's cold. So pretty. I love my hometown. So this area over here, let me see if I can point to it. Right there, that piece of land right there, there's a trail that comes up the mountain, and up there by Hinchliffe Stadium, you can go down that trail and end up right there. I have that in one of my videos on the channel. There's Riverview Towers. Broadway Bank. Right there. Broadway Bank. Very beautiful day for filming this live stream. Again, I want to apologize for you guys. The first live stream got cut off. The phone got hot and it shut down on me, and I can't use it. In fact, it just now starting to allow me to open up some apps. I'm gonna head home here pretty soon and pick up my Mets hat, my Mets jersey, my Mets regalia. There's a word you don't hear every day, regalia. Head over to my son's house this evening, check out the game. Man, I can't wait. I was so hyped to check out that game on Friday, but they didn't play the game. I think it was COVID related, if I'm not mistaken. I pray Patterson comes back the way he was. My dad's medical plan, Madison Market Street. Hey, Freddie, good name. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Cities in general will never go back to the way they've been. And that's everywhere. You can go to any city in the country and they're going to be different than they were 10, 20 years ago. The only thing is that the cultures change. The cultures that are living in the town changes. The important thing is that you have the same exact thing today that you had 20, 30 years ago. It's just different cultures. So you have your neighborhoods, you have your primary neighborhoods with different cultures in them, like you had around the turn of the century. And we've discussed this in the past. And if you notice, you have the same thing. You got people living in Paterson, you got homes. You saw me in the first part of this live stream driving in the 4th Ward. All you saw were houses, people walking back and forth. I saw a dad taking his children, I think, to the daycare center. And yeah, I was driving over by Grand Street earlier and saw the International High School, and they had classes. So yeah, as you guys can see in a lot of our live streams, we're going to show you the stuff that other people don't want to show you. You have a lot of YouTubers, all they want to do is show you 2 or 3 different neighborhoods that aren't the best and tell you that's what Paterson is. And that's just inaccurate. Paterson has a lot to offer. But these folks on the internet will come here and exaggerate everything about Paterson. They'll show you one bad street and tell you that the entire Paterson is like that. Well, if they're going to do that, be fair. And I said this in the very first live stream today, that someone goes to me, oh, of course, you're out there during the day. Go over there at night and see how you do. Huh. And they swore, they swore that they told me something. And my response to that is, anywhere you go, anywhere in this country is going to be different from the day to the night. Doesn't matter if it's Paterson, doesn't matter if it's Central Park. If you go to Central Park during the day, you're good. If you go to Central Park in the night, you might get mugged. For those of you who question that, check out the news reports for the rapes and muggings in Central Park. And it tells you the reality. So Paterson is no different than Central Park. It's safe during the day and some parts of it are not safe at night. But people want to exaggerate. I'm trying to block the wind. People want to exaggerate to make Paterson look worse. But look at this. Thousands of people are in Paterson, and they're all safe. All right, guys, we're going to call it here. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me on the second part of this live stream. And I really appreciate everyone's viewership. I do encourage you guys to share these videos. Share these videos with other Pattersonians, with other ex-Pattersonians. Let them know that there's a Pride in Paterson community that they can join if they want to share their memories, or share their share some parts of their lives with us. Not personal stuff, but different events. Like if they come to visit Paterson, or if they go to a festival or something that's Paterson based, they can share it with the group. The goal is to expand the Pride in Paterson community, just so that there's more folks that can realize that they don't have to be embarrassed to be from Paterson. And before I go, I always like to read these plaques. A lot of people go past these, they don't read them, they don't know what they say. Got the Harry B. Haynes Memorial Park, dedicated to the longtime editor and publisher of the Morning Evening News, Harry B. Haynes, 1882 to 1972, successfully to bring historic recognition to Paterson's Great Falls, of industrialization in the Western Hemisphere. Dedicated by Honorary Lawrence F. Kramer, the then mayor. And these are the folks that were on the city council at that time. Irene DeMarcantonio, Nicholas DeLucia III, Dominic DeMarco, Martin Barnes, Maria Casetta, Marion Rauschenbach, Samuel Hughes, Cyril Yanarelli. These for historical purposes, not for people to start bashing ex-politicians and what they've done. We all know what that is. We all know. We're not naive, but this isn't the group for that. There's plenty of other internet sites and internet groups that you can discuss the corruption, discuss the failures, and that's all good because we know they're there. No one's trying to sweep them under the rug, but this isn't the place to discuss that. This is a haven for all the crap that goes on all over the internet. Patterson's bravest headed to a possible structure fire or a possible call. So yeah, going back to this, yeah, we don't talk politics. I just wanted to give off the council members for that time period. So yeah, there's plenty of Pattersonians. There's plenty of Pattersonians that are on some other groups, not necessarily the Patterson pages, but other pages as well. The political pages. Someone asked me on Livestream how those folks got down there. There's the stairs right there. Evie, you're very welcome. Evie, I hope you're subscribed to the Pride in Paterson YouTube channel. That's where a lot of these videos will be uploaded to. Pride in Paterson. It's the Freddie Cardona channel, and the playlist is Pride in Paterson. All right, guys. You guys have a great day today. Hope you had a great Easter. And we'll see you on the next Pride in Paterson video or the next Pride in Paterson live stream. Take care, guys. And again, thank you for joining us. Hey, Cheryl, you're never coming back. Oh, that's sad to hear, but that's okay. That's what makes our country awesome. We have the ability to share our opinions, good or bad. Cheryl, sad that you won't be coming back, but listen, that's life, right? If you don't feel safe, as much as we talk safety and all this other stuff, if you don't feel safe, you can't make people come back, and that's nothing wrong with that at all. But we're glad you're hanging out with the community. We're glad that you are sharing with the community. And if you ever do come back, you know you're welcomed here. And that goes for anyone that is afraid to come into Paterson. There's nothing wrong with that. But I am showing through these videos that, you know, Paterson does have its good points. Obviously, we're not the tourist attraction of the world here, so a lot of people won't come back. There's nothing to come back to for a lot of folks. They have no family here. They have no interest in coming to see the falls. They can go to any mall where they're at. So yeah, definitely, if someone doesn't come back, there's nothing that anyone can be done about that. But that's how life is, and that's okay. That's what we're here for, to discuss, criticize, and Cheryl, you know, you're always part of this community no matter what. All right, guys, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next live stream. And be sure to subscribe to the Freddie Cardona YouTube page. That's where the Pride in Paterson playlists reside. That's where I upload them. When I do a video in Paterson, I upload it to that YouTube. And yeah, I really appreciate it. You guys have a good day.